Hello and welcome to day 25 of 25 days of yoga for 2025. You have officially made it to your final on the mat practice of this 25 days of yoga for 2025 challenge. To end off our time together today, I will guide you through a 40-minute heart-opening yoga practice to get your heart open and ready for whatever the rest of January holds for you. In today's practice, you'll need a yoga strap or something that resembles one, like a necktie or a long sock or a dish towel or anything else that you can think of. No matter where you are stepping onto your mat for practice today, I want to say congratulations, and I am so looking forward to guiding you through this 40-minute heart-opening practice. Begin by sweeping your legs behind you and coming onto all fours in tabletop position. Now, to let the day go and arrive onto your mat, simply begin to move and flow and get any little micro movements out or major movements that your body is calling for to help you settle in. Take these first few moments of class to listen and explore and be in your own movement. Take your last few movements before coming back into stillness in your tabletop. Now walk your left knee out to rest on the left edge of your mat, and walk your right knee out to rest on the right edge. Bring your big toes to touch behind you and walk both hands about a hand length forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, send your hips back and down towards your heels and release your forehead and chest towards the ground into child's pose, Balasana. Draw your mind's focus right onto your breath as it flows deeply in through your nose and then right back out through your nose. Notice what it feels like in your body to breathe in this position, and then feel how your body responds to your breath. Do you feel expansion or growth with inhales? Do you feel contraction or shrinking with exhales? Now I invite you to notice within yourself what feelings you would like to step into through the end of this practice. Maybe that's a word for you, or maybe it's just a feeling. Decide and then take a full inhale of this intention and exhale. Let it go and drift away. On inhale, reach further through your fingers towards the front of your mat. And on exhale, sweep your palms underneath of either shoulder. Inhale and squeeze your shoulders back and towards one another. And exhale, push into the ground to lift your chest up. Scoot your knees inward towards one another, and then walk your hands forward to come back into tabletop. On inhale, drop your belly towards the ground and arch your spine as your crown and tailbone point towards the sky. And exhale, push the ground away from you to round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your spine for your cow pose. And exhale, round your spine and tuck your chin to chest for cat. Inhale, arch your spine, crown and tailbone lift. Exhale, round your spine, chin and tailbone tuck. Inhale, arch your spine. And exhale, round. Inhale, drop your belly and arch your spine for cow. Exhale, push the ground away from you and round for cat. On inhale, bring yourself back to a neutral spine in tabletop. Now step your right foot in between your hands and settle your weight into your front right hip. Come up onto your fingertips and lift your chest. Inhale. And on exhale, lower your palms to the ground and send your hips back and down to straighten your right knee. Inhale, shift your weight forward, chest lifts. Exhale, palms to the ground, send your hips back and down to straighten your front right leg. Inhale, shift your weight forward. And exhale, send your hips back, straighten that knee. Inhale, shift your weight forward and lift your arms up high and overhead. And exhale, send your palms right back to the ground under your shoulders and shift your hips back. Inhale, shift your weight forward and lift your arms high. Exhale, send your palms right back to the earth and send your hips back. Inhale, shift your weight forward and lift your arms up high and overhead. And exhale, keep your back bend. On inhale, straighten that front right knee. And exhale, release the back one and fold forward. Let your right toes peel off of the mat. Inhale, bend into that front right knee and shift your weight forward. And exhale, step your right knee back to meet your left and readjust in tabletop. Now step your left foot in between your hands and settle your weight into that front left hip. Inhale, chest lifts, and exhale, send your hips back and down to begin to straighten that left knee. Inhale, bend and shift your weight forward, chest lifts. Exhale, send your hips back and down and invite your left toes off of the mat to help you straighten your left leg. Inhale, shift your weight forward, chest lifts. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale, shift your weight forward and lift your arms up high and overhead. And exhale, sweep your palms right back down under your shoulders and send your hips back and down. Inhale, shift your weight forward, arms lift high, gentle back bend. And exhale, sweep your hands right back down and send your hips back. Inhale, shift your weight forward and lift your arms up high and overhead. And exhale, hold this gentle back bend. Inhale, slowly straighten that left knee. And exhale, fold over yourself, bring your hands to the mat and let your left toes peel off the ground. Inhale, shift your weight forward. And exhale, sweep your left knee back to meet your right in tabletop. Now walk your hands back towards your knees until you come to sit on your heels and find whatever you're using as your strap today. Unravel the length of your strap and wrap the tail ends of the strap around your hands just about 1 or 2 times to keep plenty of space between your arms. If you do not have something long enough to use as a strap, or it would feel safer in your body to do something else, that is perfectly okay. You can release your strap and take some shoulder circles now. Place your strap in arms down by your thighs, and on inhale, lift your arms wide and over your head. On your exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades back and towards one another, and like you're doing a shoulder circle, let your arms fall down behind your glutes. Inhale, squeeze your shoulders towards one another and lift your arms up overhead like you're circling, and exhale, lower your arms down by your thighs. Inhale, lift your arms high up overhead. Exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades and send your arms down by your glutes. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders and lift high. Exhale, lower your arms in front of you by your thighs. Inhale and keep tension in your strap as you lift it high. And exhale as you squeeze your shoulders and lower it behind you. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Take one more here. Inhale, lift your arms up high, squeeze your shoulders, and exhale, lower behind you. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders and lift high. Exhale, lower the strap down by your thighs. Now you can release your strap and place it somewhere out of your way where it won't bug you. Now bring both of your palms behind either foot and let your fingers point away from you. Your weight will sink back into your hands here. Inhale, and on exhale, squeeze your shoulders towards one another and push your chest out to arch your spine. Let your gaze lift towards the sky as you inhale, and exhale, hold. Inhale, and exhale, lift up onto your fingertips. Release the arch in your spine and walk your hands forward. Now bring your hands up to your hips and then press yourself up to stand on your knees, which should be about hips width distance apart below you. Stand tall here. Inhale, lift your arms in front of you at about shoulder height, and exhale, relax your shoulders. Now reach your left hand back to meet the top of your left heel and let your weight fall into that arm. On inhale, push up through your left shoulder, and on exhale, let your right arm lift up and then back behind you as you push your hips forward and puff out your chest towards the sky. Inhale, and exhale. Lower your right arm in front of you and bring your hips back to their neutral position. Inhale, and on exhale, let your right arm fall up and back behind you as you push your hips forward once again and open your chest. Inhale, lift your right arm forward, hips come back to neutral, and exhale, lower your glutes towards the ground. Release your left heel and then grab onto your right heel with your right hand. Lift up to stand on your knees with your left arm lifted in front of you. Rotate your left palm to face towards the sky and push through your right shoulder. Inhale, and on exhale, let your left arm lift up and back behind you as you push your hips forward and open up your chest towards the sky. Inhale, and on exhale, lower your left arm back in front of you at shoulder height and bring your hips to neutral. Inhale, lift your left arm back and behind you as you push your hips forward and open your chest. And exhale, lower your left arm back in front of you at shoulder height. And exhale, tighten up your core and lift your right arm up to meet it. Now lower your left hand back and down to grab onto your left heel and then push up through your left shoulder. Inhale and draw your right arm up and back behind you as you push your hips forward and arch your spine to open up your chest. You can stay here, or for a different experience, rotate your right shoulder so that your palm comes to face the right side of your room, and then lower your right hand down onto your right heel. Inhale, and on exhale, draw your shoulder blades back and towards one another and press your hips forward towards the front of your space to open up your chest. Keep your neck engaged as you look towards the sky here in Ustrasana, camel pose. Inhale and exhale, hold. Inhale, continue to push up, opening your chest. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forward and lift your right arm in front of you. And exhale, lower your hips down to the earth. Now bring your palms in front of you back into tabletop position, and then tuck both sets of toes underneath of you. Shift your palms back towards your knees until all of your weight comes up onto the balls of your toes, and slide your palms back just on either side of either foot. On inhale, keep a deep bend in your knees and send your heels down to the earth at the same time as your hands for Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale and exhale. You can stay here or invite your knees to straighten. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, deeply bend your knees and bring your hands up to the tops of your thighs, and exhale, press yourself up to stand tall. Now walk yourself forward until you come to stand at the top of your mat with your feet below you about hips width distance apart and parallel to one another. Now bring your hands up to your hips and place a gentle bend in your knees. Inhale, and on exhale, sink down, deeper bend in your knees to send your hips back and down over your heels. All of your weight should be in your heels, almost like you can lift your toes up off of the mat. Now inhale, lift your arms in front of you at shoulder height, palms face away from each other and thumbs point down. And exhale, sweep your arms behind you and clasp your hands. Straighten your elbows and draw your shoulders back and down, and inhale. And on exhale, hinge forward at your hips until your belly and chest come to rest on the tops of your thighs and your arms lift up and away from the back of your body. Inhale, draw your shoulders towards one another as you reach up through your hands, and exhale, hold. Now on inhale, reach up through your knuckles to lift your chest up off of your thighs and bring you back upright to stand as you straighten your knees. Now bring your hands up onto your hips and shift your weight into your standing right foot. Inhale and lift your left leg high behind you, knee bent at hip height. And exhale, step your left foot back a full leg's length behind you and land on the balls of your toes. If you feel any compression in your low back, adjust your hips forward and backward to find a comfortable place and stay there. Square your hips and shoulders towards the front of your space and watch as your front right knee tracks right over your right ankle. Stay here, or on inhale, lift your arms up and overhead And exhale, relax your shoulders into Virabhadrasana, Warrior. Inhale as you reach back through your left heel towards the ground, and exhale. Inhale, bend your elbows and lower your arms in front of you, palms face each other. And exhale, rotate your hands so palms face away and sweep your arms behind you and clasp your hands. Draw your shoulders down and back as you straighten your elbows and inhale. And on your exhale, hinge forward at your hips until your chest comes to rest on the top of your right thigh and lift your arms up high above and away from your body. Inhale and exhale here in Baddha Virabhadrasana, your humble warrior. Draw your shoulder blades towards one another as you inhale, and when you exhale, lift up through your arms to pull your chest up and off of your thigh and bring you back to center. Inhale, lift your arms up high for warrior, and exhale, relax your shoulders. Inhale, straighten your front right knee and come up onto your left tippy toes. Exhale, deeply bend your right knee back to warrior. Inhale, straighten your right knee, come onto left tippy toes. And exhale, bend your right knee for warrior. Inhale, straighten your right knee, left tippy toes. And on your exhale, turn your back left foot in and down to come parallel to the back of your mat. Inhale and reach high through your fingers. And exhale, let your left arm travel down the back of your left leg as your right arm reaches high overhead. Keep your left arm here or take a bind behind your low back and reach. Inhale. And exhale here in your reverse triangle. Inhale, reach just a little bit further through your right hand. And exhale, pivot back to center and bring both of your hands to your hips. Pivot your back left foot so toes face forward. Bend your right knee and then step your left foot forward to meet your right and stand. Release your arms down by your sides and then with a breath, shake your body out from head to toe and let all of the tension release. Find yourself back in stillness with your feet below you at about hips width distance and take a breath. Lift your hands up onto your hips and gently bend your knees. Inhale, and on exhale, place a deeper bend in your knees and send your hips back and down over your heels so all of your weight is in your heels. Notice if you can even lift your toes off of the mat. On inhale, lift your arms up in front of you at shoulder height with palms facing away from each other. And exhale, sweep your arms behind you and bring your hands to clasp. Draw your shoulders back and down as you straighten your elbows and inhale. And on your exhale, hinge forward at your hips until your chest and belly come to your thighs and lift your arms up and away from your back body. Continue to squeeze your shoulder blades and inhale here in your standing yoga mudra. And exhale. Now on inhale, reach up and back through your knuckles to lift your chest up and off of your thighs and bring yourself back up to stand as you straighten your knees. Bring your hands up to your hips and shift your weight into your left standing foot now. Inhale and lift your right knee in front of you at hip height. And exhale, step that right leg back a full leg's length and land on the balls of your right toes. Adjust your hips forward and backward if you're feeling low back compression, and square your hips and shoulders towards the front of your space. Watch your front left knee track right over your left ankle and reach back towards the ground through your right heel. Keep your hands here, or inhale, lift your arms up high and overhead, and exhale, relax your shoulders for Virabhadrasana, warrior. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach your fingers high towards the sky, and exhale, bend your elbows and lower your arms in front of you, palms face towards each other. Inhale, sweep your arms back behind you and clasp your hands. On exhale, draw your shoulders back and down as you straighten your arms. Inhale. And on your exhale, hinge forward until your belly and chest come to rest on your left thigh, and lift your arms up and away from your back body. Inhale and exhale as you hold here in Baddha Virabhadrasana, humble warrior. Inhale, and on your exhale, reach through your arms and lift yourself up off of your thigh and bring yourself back up to neutral. Inhale, lift your arms up high and overhead, and exhale, relax your shoulders. Inhale, straighten your front left knee and come up onto your right tippy toes. Exhale, bend into your front left knee. Inhale, straighten your left knee, come onto right tippy toes. Exhale, bend your left knee for warrior. Inhale, straighten your left knee, and on exhale, turn your back right foot in and down to come parallel to the back of your mat. Inhale, reach high through your fingers, and on exhale, let your back right arm travel down the back of your right leg as your left arm reaches high and overhead. Keep your right hand here or take a bind behind your low back. Inhale, reach through your left arm overhead in reverse triangle here, and exhale. Inhale, reach just a little bit further, and exhale, pivot back up to center and bring your hands to your hips. Pivot your back right foot forward so toes face the front of your mat. Bend your front left knee and then step your right foot forward to stand. Inhale, lift your arms up and overhead, and exhale, relax the shoulders. Place a gentle bend into your knees. Inhale, and on exhale, hinge forward at your hips until you can bring your hands to the mat on either side of your feet. Step one foot back and come down onto your knee, and then step your other knee back to meet you in tabletop. Now sweep both legs behind you to come onto your sitting bones and scooch your butt forward so that you have room to lie down on your back. Keep your right knee bent with your foot planted on the mat and extend your left leg long below you. Bring your arms up to a T position at shoulder height. On inhale, press into the ground through your right foot to lift your hips up and off of the mat and scoot your hips all the way towards the right edge of your mat. Inhale and press into the ground through your right foot to lift your right hip off of the ground and open your hips towards the left side. Exhale, slowly release your right hip back down to the earth. Inhale and press into the ground through your right foot to lift your right hip off of the ground and open to the left. Exhale, release back down. One more of these. Inhale, press into the ground and lift your right hip. And exhale, release your right hip back down. Now inhale and step your right sole of your foot onto the top of your left thigh. And exhale, let your right knee fall all the way towards your left side and stop just before your right shoulder peels off of the mat. Turn your head to gaze over your right fingertips. And if you'd like, bring your left hand to rest on the top of your right knee for Supta Matsyendrasana. With each breath in and breath out here, do not force but invite the twist to become just a little bit deeper. Feel your chest open from shoulder to shoulder as you lie in this supine twist, and breathe. There is no weight for you to hold. Place your left hand back onto the ground in its T position and lift your head back through center. On inhale, lift your right knee back up through center, and exhale, place your right foot back down onto the mat. Press into the ground through your right foot to lift your hips up and off of the ground and scooch them back to center. Extend your right leg long, and now bend your left knee and plant the sole of your left foot onto the mat. On inhale, lift your hips up off of the mat and scooch them all the way to the left side, and exhale. Inhale and press through your left foot into the ground to lift your left hip off of the mat and open your hips towards the right. Exhale, slowly lower your hips back to the earth. Inhale, press through your left foot and lift your left hip off of the mat and open to the right. Exhale, gently release down. Inhale, push through the ground and lift your left hip off of the mat to open. And exhale, gently release down. Now inhale and step the sole of your left foot up onto the top of your right thigh. And as you exhale, let your left knee travel towards the right side of your space and stop just before your left shoulder peels off of the mat. Turn your head so that you can gaze over your left fingertips and invite your right hand to come to the top of your left knee. Once again, if you'd like to have support under your left knee, you can place a prop there, or simply let it be and exist where it is. Draw your mind to the places where sensation might feel different in your body from the last side compared to this side. And send breath to those places as you lie here. Place your right hand back in its T position and pivot your head back to center. On inhale, lift your left knee back to point towards the sky, and exhale, plant the sole of your left foot onto the mat, and then lift your hips back to the center of your mat. Inhale, curl up and hug your knees inward towards your chest. And exhale, extend your body long, legs long below you, and arms resting overhead. Notice the length that runs through your body from the tips of your fingers all the way down your arms and your torso and the full length of your legs, down the tops of your feet and all the way to your toes. Inhale and reach through your fingers and toes to make yourself longer. And exhale, slowly lower your arms down by your sides. Palms can face down towards the earth or up towards the sky. Do what your body, your mind, and your soul are calling for. Now focus your attention on to your breath and let your mind track it and watch it and feel it as you lie here in your final relaxation of Shavasana. Now slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes to wake up this beautiful human vessel and bring you back to it. Bend one knee and then the other, and when you're ready, roll your weight over onto one side and then push yourself up to find a comfortable cross-legged seated position or any other seated position that is comfortable for you once again. Let your hands rest on your knees and let your eyes close. Now draw your mind to the space where your heart resides in your body and imagine a small little pinpoint of light within your heart. As you breathe, watch that pinpoint of light expand and grow to encompass the inside of your body. Then feel as this light breaks through the barriers of your skin and expands out to the space surrounding you. Lower your hands down to the mat on either side of you. And as you inhale and lift your arms up high and overhead Imagine yourself scooping up all of this love and light around you and bring your palms to touch. Keep your fingertips touching, but separate your palms, and on exhale, imagine yourself pushing this light and love down into your body, and then bring your palms to touch at your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bow your head to your hands in prayer and take your next few breaths full of nothing but light and love and gratitude. Whenever you're ready, you can lower your hands to your lap and flicker your eyes open. You have just completed the 25 Days of Yoga for 2025 challenge. Yes, I am tearing up because this has been a journey. I am so grateful for every single one of you that has been here and taken a class or taken the entire challenge all of the way through. You have made this challenge what it is, and you have the largest reason in the world to be proud of yourself and the way that you have begun this new year of 2025. I am so grateful for you again, and I encourage you that as you step off of your mat and into the world today, take this practice with you. Continue a daily yoga practice or as many times per week as suits you, and keep going. This practice still has so much to teach all of us. I will resume my normal posting schedule of 2 classes per week on February 3rd, and I welcome you to join any and all of those that you'd like to. I am so proud of you again. I'll leave you here. Go celebrate yourself, and congratulations. Namaste and Jai Bhagwan.